Today we're recapping Ejin Ali, the movie 2. Can you believe it's been 5 years since the first one dropped? Yeah, 5 years later, boom. It finally released in 2025. So, for everyone curious, grab your snacks, wrap up in your blanket, and let's get right into this wild ride. The movie kicks off with chaos. A gang of criminals manages to sneak into the headquarters of MATA, the big-time spy organization known as the Eye. These guys aren't just here for a tour, they're ready to hijack the place and blow it up if they have to. Sirens are blaring, systems are going down, and it looks like MATA is about to lose control. But right on time, Ejin Bakar and Bobby come charging in, backed up by a squad of other agents, fighting to push the criminals back. Meanwhile, Alicia makes her own entrance. She's not about to let these guys steal MATA's most dangerous tech, the Iris system. The fight is intense, blasts, dodges, hand-to-hand action everywhere. One by one, the criminals start getting taken down. But in the middle of it all, Alicia gets hit with something strange, like a vision. In this vision, she sees one of MATA's very own scientists betraying them. At first, it's just a glimpse, but the nightmare quickly turns real. Sure enough, that same scientist turns against them, manages to escape, and steals the core power of MATA's system. With no time to waste, Bobby and the other agents take off chasing after the runaway traitor. Alicia, meanwhile, is stuck trying to stabilize the entire HQ's hacked systems. Sparks are flying, alarms are going crazy, but with sheer willpower, she manages to reset the control system and lock things down again. But there's a cost. Her power drains her, leaving her exhausted, barely able to stand. On the flip side of town, Ali is working with something brand new, the Satria suit. This isn't just some regular spy gear. It's a next-gen combat suit loaded with artificial intelligence. It's slick, powerful, but still unstable. High-ranking officials Daeong and Gans are keeping a sharp eye on Ali's progress, judging if he's ready. Not long after, Dadak Othman arrives, rolling in with his security chief Amir and his nephew Eli, who's basically Dadak's right-hand confidant. Dadak makes a huge announcement. He wants to appoint Daeong and Gans as the chairpersons of Inviso and Neuro, big divisions that help safeguard Cyberea. They accept, hoping to make things better, but they're also here to check in on Ali's progress with the Satria suit. Their conclusion? Ali's not ready yet. He's too green, too unstable in the suit. Daeong pushes Dadak hard to give the project the green light, but Dadak straight up shuts it down, walking out unimpressed. He doesn't see Satria as the future. While that tension simmers, somewhere else in the shadows, the mysterious hacker villain Neonimus is digging into MATA's secret data. He's got his own dark game in mind. Back with Ali, he's sweating through his training sessions with the Satria suit. Alicia swings by to check in on him, and this is where we find out something big. Iris, the powerful system that used to be Ali's, is now in Alicia's hands. Ali's stuck training with Satria instead. Alicia worries about him. She asks if Iris ever made him feel dizzy or like he might faint, since she's been feeling that way. Ali shrugs it off, saying that's just part of using something so draining. He brushes it off and bounces early, telling her he's got group work with his buddy Victor. On his way home, Ali pops into a supermarket for snacks. And guess who he bumps into? Rizwan, Dos, and Trace. These guys are seasoned agents and they don't waste time. Rizwan corners Ali, asking him for help leaking some top-secret spy data. He explains they're chasing after some serious threats from Numero, Uno, and Chinko, all of whom, according to Rizwan, are being controlled by a shadowy figure named Zero. They're desperate to uncover who Zero really is. But Ali refuses. Rules are rules. Rizwan doesn't push it, but before leaving he warns Ali straight up, as long as Zero is still out there, Cyberea is in danger. Later that night at home, Ali's plans for a chill study session with Victor get flipped upside down when Sussy shows up, all eager to join. Problem? Ali and Victor don't want her around. They quickly come up with a distraction, letting her play video games while they try to get work done. Sussy gets so wrapped up in gaming she doesn't notice the hours flying by. Ali and Victor barely get any study time, but luckily Victor manages to jot down some notes in between. Ali's winding down, cleaning up the living room, TV buzzing in the background with news. And then, bam, something weird happens. The TV flickers, turns itself off, then back on. Suddenly, the electricity in the whole house cuts out. The screens glow again, but this time it isn't the news, it's Neonimus. This hacker has hijacked Ali's house tech just to contact him. Neonimus drops a chilling ultimatum. He wants Ali to play his twisted game. Beat the hardest level before the timer runs out, or else Neonimus will leak the secret identities of every MATA agent. Ali's stuck, play or watch his whole team burn. Meanwhile, Mata officials are in an emergency meeting. Daeyoung, Gans, and Amir are debating how to handle Neonimus. Eli jumps in with analysis, saying Neonimus is just messing around, he never actually hurts civilians. Amir suggests sending someone else to deal with him. But Daeyoung? She's got another plan. She wants Ollie to go on this mission, not just to handle Neonimus, but as the perfect chance to test the Satria suit in the real world. Eli and Amir object. They argue that Satria hasn't even been approved yet. Dadak himself had dismissed it as outdated tech. But Daeyoung won't back down. After a heated discussion, they finally agree. Ollie will be sent on the mission, but he won't go alone. Alicia and Bakar will back him up. While all this is happening, another twist unfolds in the shadows. One of the criminals who'd infiltrated Mata earlier gets cornered by a terrifying figure, Zero himself. The criminal is terrified, shaking, knowing betrayal isn't an option. But the mask slips. It's actually Trace, disguised as Zero. Rizwan and Dose step out from the shadows. They're running their own investigation into Zero, and the deeper they dig, the more dangerous things look. Back with Ollie, just as he's gearing up for this dangerous mission, Neonimus notices something. Ollie isn't alone. He's bringing backup. And that's when the twisted game really begins. Neonimus sets the stage. Rules simple but deadly. The rules? Simple on paper. Ollie just has to get to the end of a tunnel. Sounds easy, right? But this tunnel is crawling with Neonimus's spider drones, messing with vehicles, trapping civilians, and causing pure chaos. Ollie doesn't hesitate. He takes off running, chasing after one of the spider bots that's kidnapping innocent people, while Bakar and Alicia split up to handle the rest. But while Ollie's fighting, Alicia gets hit with another vision through Iris. Pain shoots through her head, and she can barely handle it, but she pushes on. Ollie, though, walks right into Neonimus's trap. Webs snap shut around him, pinning him down. He's stuck, helpless. And then Neonimus steps out from the shadows, and the big reveal drops. Neonimus isn't some evil mastermind or some ancient villain. Nope. He's just a boy, Ollie's age. And here's the sting. He was once a candidate for Mata too. But because of Ollie, he got eliminated, rejected. Now he's bitter, furious, and he blames Ollie for stealing the spot that should have been his. Just as Neonimus moves in to finish him, Alicia bursts onto the scene, breaking Ollie free. Neonimus loses it. He hates being interrupted. In his rage, he hacks the tunnel systems, opening the floodgates. Suddenly, seawater rushes in like a tidal wave, drowning everything. Civilians scream, alarms are blaring, the whole tunnel is about to collapse. Agent Bakar reacts fast, loading people into his truck and blasting forward. But the road is blocked, a wall of cars clogging the path. That's when Alicia, despite her pounding headache, steps up. With Iris, she clears the way, letting Bakar escape with the civilians. But the effort is too much. Her body gives in and she collapses, fainting on the spot. Ollie hears the Satria suit's AI in his ear, ordering him to keep moving, to focus on the mission. But Ollie can't. Not when Alicia's down. He makes the call, abandons the chase, rushes back, and saves her. They barely make it out as the tunnel fills with water. Everyone survives, but Neonimus escapes. Later, Dose and Trace manage to snatch one of Neonimus's spider bots as evidence for their research. Back at headquarters, Alicia wakes up, guilt written all over her face. The mission's a bust, Neonimus slipped away, and the Satria project? Yeah, it looks like it's on the chopping block. Ijin Gita even goes so far as to tell General Rama that Alicia is a better Iris user than Ollie ever was. The pressure on her shoulders is massive. Back at school, Teacher Muna hands out exam results. No surprise, Alicia nails first place again. Victor grabs second. On the way home, Alicia confides in Ollie about how rough Iris has been on her body, how dizzy, drained, and broken it makes her feel. But Ollie brushes it off, saying it's normal. That only makes her angrier. She feels guilty too, because her collapse caused Ollie's mission to fail, and now Satria might get cancelled, replaced by another project altogether. Ollie doesn't hold it against her. He assures her he doesn't blame her for anything. And just when the moment gets serious, bam, Sussy and Victor show up. They spot Ollie and Alicia together and assume, of course, that the two are secretly studying together. Next thing you know, they're all crammed into Ollie's house, but instead of actually studying, they dive straight into video games. Even Alicia, the always perfect top student, gets carried away, laughing and playing until she loses track of time. It's the first time she really lets loose, forgetting all her stress. But when Sussy loses badly, she storms off embarrassed, leaving Ali, Victor, and Alicia to finally get back to actual studying. Meanwhile, Rizwan is still grinding away on his mission to track down Zero. He's studying his movements, his patterns, predicting who his next victim will be. At the same time, Trace is breaking down the spider bot they captured. He uncovers something huge, several hidden signal points, like breadcrumbs leading back to Neonimus's operations. Back on Ali's side, Alicia has been secretly checking Ali's progress with the Satria suit. She notices a flaw. Ali's weakest area is in the neuro section, the part of the suit that requires brainpower, strategy, focus. So she takes it upon herself to train him. She challenges him to chess, explaining how it sharpens focus and teaches you to think steps ahead. Then she goes physical, training him in hand-to-hand combat without relying on gadgets. On top of that, she drills his memory skills. Alicia becomes his coach, his partner, pushing him to unlock his full potential with Satria. Things are actually going well, until Neonimus shows up again. This time, he hacks into a playground where kids are playing, turning it into his personal battlefield. Chaos erupts, and Amir immediately deploys agents to lock it down, determined not to let another tunnel disaster happen. Behind the scenes, the top brass hold another meeting, and here we finally learn Neonimus's backstory in full. He really was once a Mata recruit, but he got expelled for breaking major disciplinary rules. It crushed him, and now all he wants is revenge. On the streets, Alicia disguises herself, tailing Neonimus. She spots him from afar and tries to track him quietly, but Neonimus is sharp. He senses her and launches a sudden attack. At the same time, his spider robots descend on the amusement park, trapping kids, flipping rides, spreading panic. Alicia fights hard, but the pressure is overwhelming. The higher-ups, watching the situation spiral out of control, scramble to send reinforcements. But they're running low on agents. General Rama himself finally steps in, taking charge. Daeong seizes the moment to argue again for sending Ali out with the Satria suit. At first, the others shoot it down, still hung up on the failed tunnel mission. But as the crisis worsens, Ali finally gets the green light. He suits up in Satria and rockets off to help Alicia. At HQ, the tension is boiling. The higher-ups have no news from the field, and panic starts to spread. Some even suggest abandoning agents if necessary to protect leadership. Amir, cold as ever, says agents can be replaced, but if the leaders fall, Mata itself collapses. That mindset infuriates Dadak when he storms in. He rips into them for being incompetent and spineless, while the media hammers him non-stop about the chaos in the city. Finally, good news breaks through the noise. Ali, with the Satria suit, has defeated Neonimus. The victory echoes through HQ, agents cheer, and for the first time, Ali's work with Satria gets recognition. But the aftermath cuts deep. Iris is stripped from Alicia. General Rama takes it, convinced it's harming her physically. Neonimus, on the other hand, is locked up in Mata's prison. But he doesn't stay quiet. He demands a meeting with Ejin Daeong. Meanwhile, Rizwan and his squad finally show up at Uno's headquarters, the same place Rizwan literally blew up earlier. Yeah, they're walking back into the rubble. They're there because they need to track the signal coming from Neonimus's creepy spider robot. And right in the middle of all that destruction, they stumble on this supercomputer that's still running. Suspicious, right? While that's happening, Day is face-to-face with Neonimus. And boom, the big reveal drops. Neonimus isn't acting alone. He's actually been working for Zero the whole time, teaming up with Zero. Yeah, the enemy's been playing chess while everyone else was still figuring out the rules. Neonimus had infiltrated IHQ just to hack it from the inside, using a sneaky device that was stashed away in another room as evidence. Classic double-cross move. Back with Rizwan, he and his team suddenly pick up on the spider robot attack. Turns out Zero already knows every step they've made. It's like the guy's been watching them through a live stream. And in Ali's room, things get super tense. Ali starts arguing with Alicia. He's defensive, throwing out accusations that Alicia's just jealous because he got praised earlier. But Alicia isn't jealous at all. She's warning him. She's seen a vision. In that vision, Satria totally loses control, goes berserk, and attacks everyone until the only one left standing is Polly. But Ali isn't buying it. He brushes it off, convinced Alicia is just making things up. And before they can keep fighting, Rizwan calls in. He's like, "Yo Ali, Neonimus has to be taken out now." And sure enough, alarms start blaring. Every piece of tech goes dark. Alicia runs off to report to General Rama while Ali's dead set on getting Satria back, ignoring every warning. He doesn't care how dangerous Satria might be, he's too stubborn to listen. Alicia manages to get to General Rama, who agrees to help, but he tells her to take cover. Just when things seem hopeless, one of Rama's men secretly hands Alicia her iris back. She's beyond grateful. Finally, she's got her power again. Meanwhile, Ali's out there battling an enemy robot. But here's the twist. When he snaps out of Satria's control, he realizes the truth. He wasn't fighting some robot. He had actually attacked Alicia himself. The horror on his face says it all. It's exactly what Alicia warned about. Everyone else is down, and he's the only one left standing. Panic, fear, disbelief, it's crushing him. Then the worst happens. Satria straight up takes over Alicia. Ali's furious, screaming at Satria, but Satria suddenly regains his own self-control. He bails, leaving Ali behind, and heads to the mentors. The mentors, by the way, have already activated something called the Island Protocol. Meanwhile, Neonimus busts out of prison, grabs his gadget, and finds Ali lying helpless. He laughs, mocking Ali's defeat. He finally feels like he's won. But then, plot twist, Dos jumps in and attacks Neonimus. Turns out it's Rizwan and his squad rolling in to save the day. They wake Ali up, fire him up again, and remind him why he fights, to protect Cyber Kingdom. Ali flashes back to all the moments he shared with Alicia. Yeah, the grief's still there, but he realizes it's not the time to drown in regret. It's time to rise up and keep fighting. Elsewhere, Dadak and the Pillar leaders are hiding out on an island. Turns out Ali's dad is there too. Daeong and Gans head out to meet Satria to help, while Amir and El stay back to guard Dadak. But before leaving, Da throws shade at them, calling them cowards who just hide when things get rough. Harsh words, but the guy's frustrated. Meanwhile, Ali starts hacking Neonimus's gadget with Iris, trying to track down Satria. Jackpot, they find him, but when they meet Satria, he lays down an ultimatum: join him and live, or resist and die right there. Then he spills the truth bomb. A lot of Cyber Raya's high-ranking officials don't give a damn about the people. They're only protecting themselves. The so-called Island Protocol is basically a plan to save a tiny elite group while letting everyone else burn in the Azorium explosion. All the agents' sacrifices, all their struggles, it would mean nothing. Satria accuses Dadak of selfishness, saying activating the protocol just proves he doesn't care about the ordinary people. Ali ends up pulled into Satria's digital dimension. And while that's happening, Daeong and Gans are out there desperately trying to stop the Azorium from exploding, determined to keep the public safe. Inside the digital space, Ali finally sees the real truth. Satria's being manipulated. The true puppet master behind everything is Zero. The real Zero reveals himself, and the fight kicks into overdrive. Ali's struggling against Satria, while in the real world Rizwan and the Pillar leaders are battling to protect Ali's body from Satria's attacks. But Ali doesn't give up. He pushes harder and gains the upper hand. Meanwhile, Alicia starts waking up. She fights back, slowly regaining control over her body, stopping Satria from completely taking over. When Satria tries to steal Ali's iris, Alicia breaks through, blocking him. She dives into the digital dimension too, teaming up with Ali. Ali apologizes to Alicia for not trusting her before. The two finally fight side by side, using Iris to turn the tide. The digital space starts crumbling around them. When Ali's about to get dragged into destruction by Zero, Alicia sacrifices herself to save him. Her last words cut deep. "Thank you, Ali. This time, you saved me." Zero is finally defeated. Back at Mata Daeong HQ, Daeong's in serious trouble. The higher-ups move to strip him of his position as Pillar leader for the mess he caused. He accepts the punishment and walks away. Still, he insists the Night Project has to keep moving forward, even without him. The Pillar leaders, though, refuse to continue without Daeong. They already lost Zane, and they don't want to lose him too. Time passes. At school, the results come in. Ali's racked up more A's than Victor. It's a small victory, But something's missing. Alicia isn't there. She didn't show up for school. Ali's joy is dampened by her absence. At IHQ, he visits her, still lying in a coma. He regrets everything, missing the times they spent together. And then, shocker, Alicia wakes up. The whole HQ is stunned, even General Rama, who's in disbelief when he realizes his daughter lost her memory. She looks around and whispers, "Who are you all?" And that's where it leaves us. Ali's relieved, but heartbroken at the same time. Alicia's awake, but she doesn't remember.